Oh, Pokerbrandon here. This was a 2-3 no-limit hold'em hand played at the Gardens Casino in Hawaiian Gardens, California. I was in the low jack with ace queen offsuit with about $200 in front. And in this spot, this is definitely going to be a hand that I played and you should play if you ever play poker and you have ace queen off. You're going to want to open up, you're going to want to get some money in, you're going to make calls, you're going to make 3 bets. In this spot, I decide my sizing should be $12. And I think that when you size your bets playing low stakes poker, you should size up as much as you can to get one caller. Because realistically, you just want one caller for the most amount of money if he's calling with weaker hands. So I actually get 2 callers, one from the cutoff, one from the button. Cutoff was pretty tight. Button seemed like he was a trying GTO player. So flop comes queen 2-2, just a perfect flop, but a pretty bad flop if I'm trying to get value. I think the only way you're really going to get value here when you have a hand like ace queen on a queen 2-2 board is if a player has a pocket pair but at the same time he has to believe that you will c-bet with air or c-bet with ace high or pretty much or king high or jack high, because if a player just believes that you're going to bet your hand and you bet on a queen 2-2 flop, they're just going to believe you have a queen. So what I do, because my VPIP was too low, is I check it because I know that I can check call a bluff. I could check call somebody trying to protect their pocket pair hand, like pocket 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s. All these hands might want to put in a bet because they don't want to see bigger cards on the turn or river. So it checks to the button, who is probably the perfect player to call against. I think if anybody at the table will put out a bet with a pocket pair or even air yourself, it's going to be this guy. So I just call because I don't want to scare away his bluffs. And now we go to a 4 of spades on the turn. Pretty safe card. And at this point now, I think if I take the betting lead and I put out a bet, I think it's a mistake, because I think it just sort of affirms to the button that I have a big hand. And now I want value now that I know that I'm good. And I think he's just going to fold all his bluffs. Like, this player specifically could have every flush draw, and he could even have like king X with just a king of clubs, I think. So I check it to him with plans to call any sized bet, and he bets 35. That's a little bit smaller than what I had hoped. I would hope it would be a little bit bigger. If he did go bigger, I probably would jam all in, and because I would feel like he's committed. But because he bets 35, I think it is just too small to raise. Although a raise is not a bad idea, I think. So if you're ever in this spot, I think a raise here versus a $35 bet on this spot, it's not really a mistake. It's just I decide just to call. So river is going to come a 9 of clubs. Now this is where it gets pretty interesting, because I gave my opponent all the club draws. So now I actually feel like in this spot, when I saw the 9 of clubs, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, because usually when a draw comes in and I have an over pair or a pair that's worth getting value, I like a block bet. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to check it to my opponent and just try to hero call if he tried to put out a bluff, because I still think he could have pocket pairs like 8, 7, 6s, 5s. It would be devastating if he had like a pair of 9s. But I actually do that. So I actually check it to him with plans to call pretty much most sizes that he puts out. 50 was actually a bad size. Like, when he bets 50, I think I'm actually beat a lot of the time. But the pot is just too big for me to fold ace queen here when he bets 50, because I think that he could still bet 50 as a bluff. I definitely don't know every player's perfect ideas. Like, I don't know if he would bet 50 as a bluff. So I actually end up having to make this call. It definitely stops me from raising all in though, so I like his sizing. I think his sizing was perfect as a bluff, because if I don't have a queen here and I was calling down with ace high, like ace king, he's getting me to fold every time. So I end up making the call, and I think he will show clubs a lot of the time, but he shows a red king. And to which he says, I have king high, and I just save him some embarrassment, and I show my ace queen, and he throws away his other card. And yeah, like I said, I think he's the type of guy to just bluff with the club, like king jack of clubs. But anyway, I do think I'm gonna run into a flush a lot of the time on this river, so I think his sizing was good. Anyway, I'm Pokerbrandon, and I'm out.
When it gets to that point, like, it's just inappropriate, you know?
Yeah.
But
if you look over there,
yeah, like it.
we got two creeps